Hi, I'm James Roberts, Chief Solutions Architect and Vice President at LHP. We've had tremendous interest in our connected workplace health analytics platform and workplace zone traceability application we have developed, and I'm going to walk you through the base application that we have installed at our corporate office. This solution was quickly adapted from our healthcare, IoT, and analytics offerings as a response to the COVID-19 pandemic and the immediate needs for contact tracing and exposure analytics in the workplace. It is a simple yet effective web application paired to a network of inexpensive sensors. Keep in mind that these sensors can easily be adapted to multiple uses once individual zone tracking is no longer necessary. First, an overview of the zoning concepts. Here are a few slides that depict the hardware infrastructure and beacon tracking that is set up in a workplace. This first slide illustrates a zoning layout and the data interactions between the beacons. This slide is an example how this mapping technology can be incorporated into an AEP platform like PTC ThingWorx. Now let's do a quick glance at the application. Here you can see the main page, which is where we can see high-level information from all the health data that we've collected. We can quickly enter employee tracking information, such as if they were recorded a fever that day, and track it for post-analysis. We also have a set of management screens that are used to tie the tracking devices to the employee IDs. This allows us to communicate everything on the back end and look at how we're pairing things throughout the system. We also set up our facility or our floor plans. We give them a facility name and a location and upload the floor plan for dynamic mapping. Finally, from the management side, we set up the zone locations. Once they're installed in the workplace, we can set the north and east longitude-latitude equivalents, the width of their radius and their zone identification, what kind of zone they are, and any density thresholds, which will do occupancy alerts in the future. Once all this information is input, we can see on a facility map all the zones set up and with the tracking information, who's located in each zone. If a zone is over occupancy, these zones will turn red and can send email alerts to the prospective HSE or other members. And finally, the most important thing is the analytics running on our backend database. This is where we spent most of the work. Here you can see the de-encrypted data from our healthcare response form and other traceability forms that you can add into this. Let's say one of our employees, Brian Rushton, has a run with the COVID virus. He's diagnosed on 4/29, and we know from the CDC that he may be contagious 5 days prior to being diagnosed. So we can backtrace 5 days against the database and see all the people that he had exposure events to at the workplace. In this example, when we were testing in our facility, you can see that he was in contact with James Roberts and Paul Wright. We can see how many times he was in contact and for what duration. We can put thresholds on small duration events that may not have any impact to the outcomes. Finally, we can recurse through all this data and from day 0 see who Brian had contact to, and then from that moment see who James and Paul, who they propagated their contact to in the future. Location history is also available so we can see where Brian was at any given time. So there you have it, simple and effective. We hope you might find this helpful and would love the opportunity to discuss how this might help your organization as well.